I am looking for pattern testers. I finally finished my sweater. I'm calling it the tie-dye hex cardigan because I kind of think it looks like a tie-dye sort of pattern with the way that I've striped the white. The version that I am wearing now has a whopping 30 inches of ease. I should have stopped sooner. But I actually really love the way that I get this like very dramatic balloon arm and how long it is. I really feel like I'm wearing a blanket and I have no regrets about my choices. I ended up going with the rainbow button. It actually has 10 buttons because it is so dramatically oversized, but I really like the way that the color scheme turned out. It's pretty much everything I had imagined. I had bought a purple yarn as well. Obviously, to do an extra 10 rows would have been way too much. So I stopped after the first shade of blue and then used the second shade of blue to do all of the finishing details. I did do knit details on the cuffs, the collar, the button plackets, and the hem. So the ribbing actually, functions because it's knit ribbing, not crochet, which means I can kind of bulk it up like that. So I think it looks really nice with these leggings. I think it's going to look great when it gets cooler with some jeans as well. If you would like to make this brand new sweater that I just finished the pattern for this morning, you need to be able to crochet and also to knit. Sorry. If you can only crochet and you super duper promise that you will still do the details as written, but in a crochet ribbing instead of a knit ribbing, we'll talk. This one took me 77 hours to make, so I do not have any sort of specific timeline restrictions. I am really looking for pattern feedback in the formatting, the way that it's written, whether it makes sense to someone who is not my brain, and accessibility specifically. So if you need an accessible pattern in order to access patterns, I would love to make that version for you now instead of later and have you provide feedback on that version. You can use any yarn that you want, in any colors that you want, in any size that you want. This pattern is written as is for 50 rounds. If you follow the gauge and you manage to stick really anywhere close to that, that means you can have up to 75 inches in circumference on this sweater. If you are interested in pattern testing, which does include free copies of all final versions of this pattern, drop it in the comments below. I'm hoping to have pattern testers picked out and given access to the Google Doc where you can leave comments and feedback kind of within the next week. So excited that I'm done with this pattern, and I'm so excited to share it with other people and just kind of start getting back into pattern writing.